Hey up, it's Steve from the Old Yorkshire Geek, and happy Boxing Day, or the day after Christmas, or happy St Stephen's Day, cool saint. And welcome to episode 161 of Friday Night Appointment with Fear. And this week we're going to break down and review Anna and the Apocalypse from 2017, which I saw for the first time today. I've only seen it the once today because we're really busy. I'm going to try and watch it twice. Didn't get a chance, so I'll probably get everything wrong, but whatever. We'll mumble through it, so to speak. Right, so before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already. Let's double check, make sure we're live everywhere. Yes, we're live on Rumble. Yes, we are live on Rumble. We're live on YouTube. Actually, I don't know if we are live on Rumble. Let's have a look. Let's try that again. Yes, we're live on Rumble, and we're live on Twitch. Don't know why I keep doing Twitch. Maybe I'll stop. I know I say that every time. Explore the description for links for stuff like merch, which I'm not wearing. I'm wearing one of my Christmas t-shirts. Bit of Scooby-Doo, but nothing to do with me. Merch. My books, which are underneath there. Amazon Kindle and paperback, give them a whirl. My other websites, my other channels, etc. Become a member. Oh, my links for my social medias and all that, and my Spotify, etc. And become a member, and you'll get early access videos, exclusive videos. Sorry, I'm scratching my foot. Exclusive videos and emojis and all that stuff. Right, so Anna and the Apocalypse. Let's talk about it for a minute. I mean, I'm going to be burped by there. I could be burping a lot and coughing. I picked up a bit of a cough somehow. I don't know how, but as I said, we'll stumble through or mumble through or whatever. Right, Anna and the Apocalypse, 2017, Christmas musical zombie film with a bit of comedy thrown in. Very reminiscent of Shaun of the Dead, but with songs. In its structure as well. There's some scenes that you think this is Shaun of the Dead. But, don't hold that against it. It is really good. I really enjoyed it. I've just seen it the once today, and I really enjoyed it. It's got a lot of heart. All the cast are really good. I did get a little bit lip trembly in places. Directed by John McPhail. There's probably loads of people that you've never heard of, but there are a couple of people that you might have heard of in it. It stars Ella Hunt, who is like the British version of Anne Hathaway, the actress Anne Hathaway, not Shakespeare's missus. Malcolm Cumming, who I don't think is related to Alan Cumming, even though they're both Scottish, but never mind. Maybe it's a popular Scottish name. Sarah Swire, Christopher Laveau, Meryl Sue, Ben Wiggins, Mark Benton. These are the two that you might know. Mark Benton, who I've seen in loads of things and I can't think what. As I said, I've been busy today and I meant to look him up. And Paul Kay, who is famous. He's been in loads. He's been in Game of Thrones, but he was more famous before that, really, has been Dennis Pennis, who was like this comedy interviewer on TV. And the songs were written by Roddy Hart and Tom Riley, who did the music as well. I don't know the budget of it, but I don't know if it did particularly well. At the box office, it's kind of become a cult film. It's got a soundtrack that you can get on CD or whatever. But it is a decent flick. I did enjoy it, so we're going to go through it. That's what we're going to do. Right, so that out of the way, I shall make myself teeny tiny. We'll get on with it. I'm sure I'm going to say something else, and I can't remember what, because I'm a bad person. But I hope you've had a nice Boxing Day, and you've been eating all the leftovers from yesterday, like I have, and we're going to get ready and get into 2026. What am I doing? Oh, I'm doing this, aren't I? I'm popping myself down in the corner. We shall begin. Obviously, we're not going to watch the film because YouTube will go mental. I've put links where you can, get a copy of it. You can get it on Amazon and YouTube. You can rent it or buy it on Amazon, YouTube, and all them, and other places. I've put a link for Just Watch, which is where you can find where you can stream it. But unfortunately, no freebies, I don't think, unless it's on Amazon Prime, just to watch. I don't know, I can't remember. Anywho, right, so we shall begin, shall we? We're going to watch it in a series of stills. I'll try and remember about it. There's not much there's no commentaries or anything on the DVD. I don't know about the Blu-ray. We haven't got that. And there's no behind the scenes either, really, on it. There's just like some outtakes, deleted scenes, and gag reel, and that's it. You know, and the trailer. So a bit of a vanilla DVD, unfortunately. But anyway, right. We shall get on with it, shall we? Right, here we'll get through all the opening credits. By the way, the opening credits start with a Christmassy song, because it is a Christmassy film. In a minute. When it comes on. The songs are pretty good, I must admit. I think they are, anyway. But obviously I can't play them, else I'll get a copyright claim. Yeah, but there we go. Anna and the Apocalypse. Anna, obviously, being the main character. Played by, whose name I forgot already, Ella... What's her face? Ella Hunt. But anyway, right, so off we go. We shall begin. There she is. There's Ella Hunt. As I said, she's like Anne Hathaway. And she can sing as well. That's John, who is Anna's best friend, is also secretly in love with her. They've been best friends all their lives. It's one of those where he's fallen in love with her as they've got older. But she doesn't reciprocate, unfortunately. And he's a bit goofy as well. It's set in Scotland, by the way, in Glasgow. I'll tell you the filming locations. Port Glasgow, Scotland. Is that different to just Glasgow? Is that a different place? I don't know. But it's filmed in and around that area, on the Clyde area of the Clyde River. So it's very Scottish in places, although some of the accents aren't very Scottish. John's is, a couple of them are, but Ella Hunt is English. So she's got an English accent and all that. And the dad has got an English accent as well. I've got to be honest, at first, this is Mark Benton, who plays Anna's dad. At first, I was thinking it's Gregor Fisher, famous for being Ramsay Nesbitt, but it's not. It's Mark Benton. And I can't think what I've seen him in. I'm going to have to check. But he's got, I've seen him in loads of things. What have I seen him in? Right, here we go. Lots of TV, I imagine. We're in Eddie the Eagle, which I've never seen. It's going to be a big list, is this, for me to scroll through. But I've probably seen him on lots of TV. Over here in the UK. They were in the Torval and Dean TV movie. Didn't even know there'd been one. Midsummer Murders. So that's like ITV's version of Casualty and Holby City. Everybody's been in that. Come on, let's have a look. What's he been in? Loads of stuff. He's been on loads of TV in the UK. And the odd film, I imagine. There's too much for me to go through. Anywho, right, so taking them to school. The high school kids, I'm not exactly sure how old they are. I think they may be like sixth form, but I'm not sure. Does it say? Just that she's about to finish school. So I'm guessing she must be 18, because they changed it in the UK. You used to leave school at 16 when I were a kid, but they upped it to 18 in the last, decade or so. I don't know when. So I'm guessing they must be around about 18 years old. So, and the dad wants her to go to university, and she's going to drop him with a bombshell that she's not going to university. But we're hearing on the radio that there's some sort of pathogen that's going round, but she turns the radio off, puts music on instead. But anyway, she tells him she's going to go to Australia because John blurts it out. And then he's not happy. Is Tony, who is Anna's dad. He's not happy. She's basically going on a gap year. That's what they call them, isn't it? When they go off travelling the world before they go to university. That's what she wants to do. She's bought a ticket, an open-ended ticket, to go to Australia. And he's not happy about it. But anyway, Tony, it turns out, is like the caretaker of the school. Where were it filmed? The school. Is it going to? Don't bloody say. Hang on. I think I've got it in my notes somewhere. Bum 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 bum. I've seen it somewhere. Where have I seen it? It's St Stephen's oddly enough, because we're on Boxing Day, St Stephen's High School in Inverclyde, Scotland, which apparently was demolished in 2019. So I'm guessing it was an abandoned building, and they took over it for this film. I'm guessing, I don't know. But anyway, and Tony is the caretaker of this school. Anyway, so obviously, because he's not happy, we'll talk about it later. I'm not a little girl anymore. I hate you, blah, blah, blah. All that's going on. Right, so they're going to school. This is Steph, who's an exchange student. I think she's supposed to be American or Canadian. I'm not sure. She's got, what they call a mid-Atlantic accent or whatever they call it. But I think the actress is Scottish, I think. But I think she's supposed to be American. We'll say American. And apparently her parents have bogged off to Mexico, and her girlfriend has left her as well. So she's not happy. This is her on the phone to her. And I think she's just broken up with her over the phone. She wants to be like an activist, and she says she's a journalist, and she's doing her story about homelessness and all that. And she's been collecting for the homeless. And John's gone and knocked it all over. Because he's clumsy and a bit of a goofball. There he is, knocking it all over. In his Christmas sweater, as I said, he's a bit of a nerd. But all the characters are really, really good characters. And you do kind of, you get to know them. Because I can remember all the characters' names. There's some things where you've no idea who they are. And you know I'm like with names. But I can remember all the characters' names. So you've got Anna and John and Steph and Lisa and Chris and Nick. Tony's dad and Mr. Savage, the head teacher. You remember them all because the film works. But anywho, obviously she gets on with her dad. I don't know if her mum's died. I can't remember if it said if her mum's died or just left them. I'm not sure. But somebody does say something about her mum in a bit. But anyway, because we're going to meet some bullies in a bit. That's Paul Kay as Mr. Savage, who thinks of himself as the headmaster, but I think he's like the caretaker headmaster, if you know what I mean. He's not the official headmaster. I think the proper headmaster's maybe, ill or something like that, but he's taking his responsibilities seriously, and I think he wants to make sure that he becomes the permanent headmaster at some point. He's not a nice fella. And spoilers, he gets his comeuppance before the end. And there he's telling Steph about her article about homelessness, and he's saying it's a school blog, not the Times. Do something else. But she's going to stick to her guns. But he's asking her for her car keys. Because she parked a car in the car park, obviously, and is confiscating her car keys because he says once it's on school grounds, it's school property. This is an important thing for later. Oh, pardon me. That she's got to hand him her car keys. At the beginning of the day, there she's looking at what she's going to do in Australia. Going to go to Ayers Rock and all that. Hopefully not get murdered. That's what her dad said to her. You're going to go hiking in Australia and get murdered. Because we've all seen Wolf Creek, haven't we? But she's going to Ayers Rock, or what's it called? Uluru. That's its Aboriginal name or something, isn't it? My nephew's been there, but I haven't. And all these other places. And even the Great Barrier Reef and all them stuff. And Tasmania and all. Anyway, and that's she's looking at her ticket. There it is, look. Your e-ticket, visit Australia. And does she ever go? Don't know, but she doesn't half look like Anne Hathaway, doesn't she? That's a knife. Bit of Crocodile Dundee. Anyway. Right, first song. The first song of the film. It was supposed to start with a song, apparently. The original script or whatever. Adam beginning with a big opening number, everybody singing it, but they decided to wait a bit, and now she's getting into the first song. Hopeless town, and I know I must break away. It's your typical, musical stuff, isn't it? It's your typical musical stuff, and the decent songs. I must admit, I do like them. And they're all singing it because they all want to break away and get out of this town, etc. It's that sort of song. This is Chris, who's a budding filmmaker, but apparently just uses his iPhone for doing all his films. Which is fair enough, I suppose. And he's doing a film about robots, and his teachers telling him, but Chris, this is supposed to be about what you want to do with your life. What do you want more of in the world? And he goes, more robots. But anyway, and there's John singing because he's in love with Anna and he don't want her to go. But anyway, what's happening there? Is that just a shadow across his face or something? What's going on there? Have I missed something there? Oh, it's drawn. This is Nick, that was kind of a bully. Anna had a one-night stand with him. He's drawn across his face, because he's a dickhead. And there's his dickhead mates who kind of become heroes later on. Anyway, when the zombies appear, but they're all singing about how they all want to get out of this place. And there's his, they go, you're sure it was meant to tell us who you are. Anyway, he wants to do more about robots. Right, so, get past this. There's Nick. He obviously wants to go out with her, but she doesn't want anything to do with him. And John's like waiting in the wings, but I said she friend zones him. And Justin's here. Hello everyone, hope Christmas is great. Yes, it's cool. We watch Muppet Christmas. I've never seen Muppets Christmas. I've only seen Muppets Christmas Carol, but never seen Muppets Christmas. Second year in a row. Must be a new tradition. Yes, it must be. So you're going to have to do it forever now. Anywho, right, so they're going to break away. Oh, there's a school concert coming up, a Christmas concert coming up, in which Lisa's singing in it, and the headmaster's not happy when he finds out what she's singing on the day. But look, she's I don't know what she's doing that for. But they're all angsty. They're all angsty teens, look. Say goodbye, we don't have to break away. It's a musical, Justin. Right, so here we go. That's Lisa, who is Chris's girlfriend. They're very much in love. Chris, the filmmaker, and their ending is very sad, to be honest. Spoilers: nearly everybody dies. Anyway. She's all ready for her concert, and obviously he's telling him, he's very puritanical as well, he's Mr. Savage. They're telling him no kissing on the mouth and all that stuff, but he nearly gets hit by this star. This kid lets go of this rope, and the star nearly hits him. That's Chekhov's star for later on. Anyway, he's having a go at her dad, because her dad's going to do the lights for the show, and he says, when he's finished cleaning the toilets, says, that's not his job. He says, it soon will be. It was Muppets Christmas Carol. Oh, sorry, should have put Carol. Fair enough. Muppets Christmas Carol is a Christmas tradition, and it should be in everybody's house at Christmas. I watch it every year. The greatest Christmas film of all time, in my opinion. Right. There we go. He nearly gets hit by the star. Here it comes. Somebody drops the let's go the rope, and the star nearly hits him. Remember that, as I said, Chekhov's star for later on. Right. So there he's bossing people about. He's very. I think there's a couple of penguins that are trying to sneak out. He says, "Get back on the stage this minute." He's very. I said he's very. Not very nice.
Flightless chances.
It's supposed to be Scotland, but there's not many Scottish accents going about. Anyway, right, there's Nick again. He's up to no good, always throwing stuff at people. She talks to this girl here, yeah, here we go. Talks to her, and what is it? Oh, like you hear this breathing, you think it's a zombie, because we all know it's a zombie film. So she's heading down here. And then we hear this breathing. It's a zombie, but no, it's a girl with an inhaler. She must be asthmatic. And then she gets hit by something horrible, and it's Nick, who's a naughty lad. You are such a child, but anyway, whatever. Like I said, they had a one-night stand. He thinks they're girlfriend and boyfriend, but they're not. Anyway, so Right, so at lunchtime they're having the dinner in the cafeteria. It was called the dinner hall when I was a kid. But anyway, and you got what you were given. And school dinners were really good when I was a kid. I don't know like these days. But they're all going on about Nick is not, he's an idiot, as she said there, he's a prick. And he keeps dropping hints that he's in love with her, and she's not paying any attention, really. Right, so, she's asking Chris. So Steph arrives, and she's asking Chris if he can come and film her doing stuff for the soup kitchen that night. The night of the concert, when he's supposed to be watching Lisa sing her song. But he says, yeah, okay, I'll get back in time. And he says, my gran will be there watching Lisa singing. Justin says, did my personal Christmas tradition Christmas Eve, Die Hard, then played Batman Arkham Origins, because it takes place on Christmas. I've got that somewhere. I think I've got that. I think I've got it for... Oh, it might not work then. I think I've got it for PlayStation 3. I think. And I ain't got my PlayStation 3 anymore. Never mind. Or might have it for the Xbox. My Xbox still works. Anyway. Right, so Chris is going to go help Steph with her project. John says he's going to go over and sort out Nick because he's doing horrible stuff from across the room. He says he's going to sort him out. She says, power down your lasers, Iron Man, because he's into comic books and stuff. And he says they're repulsors. And she says, well, Nick doesn't need to be any help to be any more repulsive. Then we're going to get another song. The next song comes in. Hollywood Ending is this song. Such thing as a Hollywood ending. Or everybody joins in. Even no such thing as a Hollywood ending. They're all at it. What was I thinking? This is nae Disney. He's Scottish, very Scottish, is John. The only one in really that's very Scottish. What was I thinking? This is nae Disney. This is nae Disney. Jimmy. Anyway, so they're all having a good old sing song about again stuck in this little town on the Clyde, and they want to get out and do get away from school. They want to grow up, basically. Kids want to grow up, and then once you become an adult, you want to be a kid again. You can't win. Part of being human, innit? But like I said, decent songs and dancing and all that stuff. There you go. Anyway, so they're very much in love. There we go. He comes in and says, "Stop that off." Right, so get past that. Right, so where are we now? She's trying to break. Remember, she hasn't got her car keys, so she's got to break into her own car to get the stuff out for the homeless, because Savage has confiscated her keys. I don't know why she just doesn't go and ask. Maybe she's just afraid to go and ask him. But anyway. Right, so, this is where we see his first zombie. She bumps into this man accidentally. And says, oh, sorry. And he turns around and we can see he's a zombie. We don't know how this has happened. It just has. I'm guessing it's, let's say, on the radio they mentioned some pathogen, but we don't know where it's come from. Right, so, it turns out John and Anna work in, what they call it? A bowling alley called Thunderballs, which we watched, didn't we, yesterday? Curiously enough. That's kind of spooky, isn't it? Not Thunderballs, Thunderball, the James Bond film. Anyway, so they're there working at Thunderball. And hating every minute of it, talking about C words. There's some bad language and gore in this. It is a musical, but it's not for kids. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the at school, they're having the concert, so everybody's there. These are some penguins. I forgot to mute it. Them penguins doing some sort of dance. I think they're miming to some rap song or something. But Mr. Savage is not impressed. But then out comes Lisa. She sings her song, which is about, essentially making love to Santa and all that. It is kind of suggestive. It is a suggestive song. And Mr. Santa and all the audience are kind of feeling a bit awkward about it, because they are essentially kids, although technically they're adults. But Mr. Savage is not impressed. My fire's burning hot for you. And we've got all like Chippendale Santas dancing in the background. Like that, there you go. It says, it's filth, it's pornographic filth, he says. He's going to... we see that Chris isn't there, reserved for Chris Wise, but his grandma's there. There we go, his granny's there. We give her the thumbs up. But it says, I'm gonna have a word with it. I thought that was David Tennant for a second there, but it isn't. But he's happy because he's retiring. I wonder if he's the headmaster then. I wonder if he's getting ready to leave, and Savage is going to take over. I don't know. It doesn't tell us. Anyway, he's going to go. They're going to give her a piece of my mind, Lisa, because of the suggestive song. As I said, he's very puritanical. And as he goes past this door, we hear some banging on it, and like, oh, and he goes, oi, stop that. And he does eventually open the door, because obviously the banging continues. And we think, oh, that's it. Because we don't see what happens. We just see that he pushes the door open. Any second now. I think it's now. He's going to... There we go. But we don't see what happens. It don't let us know. And she finishes her song, and everybody cheers. Yay! Look, they're all giving her a standing ovation. So what a pretty good song, I must admit. Yeah, I must admit. But then we see that he hasn't let the zombies in. They've buggered off. And it started snowing as well. By the way, it was filmed in winter in Scotland, and all the snow you see is fake snow. As I said, it doesn't snow very often in the UK in winter. Even in Scotland. I suppose up on the mountains it probably does, but not on the Clyde. Anyway. Oh, these bloody lids. Get on. Right, where were we? The zombies they're not there, but we do see there's bloody marks on the wall where I don't know, whatever. Right, so where are we? Oh, we're back at. Are we? Yes, we're back at the bowling alley, and they're booting everybody out. And these are some sort. I think these were what do you call them? I think like a stag night, because we see them later on as zombies, and they've got the jumpers on, but they say like groom and best man on. So I'm guessing it's some sort of stag night that they've been on at the bowling alley. Hogwarts is in Scotland, and they always get snow. Yes, they do, don't they? But that's fantasy land, isn't it? But it's magical Scotland where Hogwarts is. It's probably magic snow. Anyway, so they're going and going to start tidying up, and we see that she's a dab hand with a brush and a shoe, a couple of shoes that have been left. This is the cleaner, Mrs. Hinsman, which is apparently a reference to Night of the Living Dead, the original Night of the Living Dead. Because I didn't know this till today. But the zombie that gets, I forgot his name, Barbara's brother at the beginning of Night of the Living Dead. Hang on, have I got it here somewhere? Just bear with me. I've seen it somewhere. Just bear with me. Oh dear, here we go. Johnny. Barbara's brother's called Johnny, ain't he, in Night of the Living Dead. And apparently that zombie were called Bill Hinsman. Actually, no, he wasn't. The actor who played the zombie at the beginning that gets Johnny is Bill Hinsman. So that's a reference to him, apparently. Right.
Mrs. Hinsman.
Shush. I keep forgetting to mute it again, don't I? So she sorts these shoes out, but she hits it with the brush and gets it straight in the shoe bin. Like so. What a shot, in the shoe bin. And obviously John's going to have a go. He's going to do a basketball shot, and without looking, obviously it goes wrong. Of course, he hits Mrs. Hinsman on the back of the head. Kind of knocks her out, I think. And they're all apologising. Oh, tits. So anyway, so they leave her to finish off her cleaning, and they run out into a playground that's got lots of fake snow. It doesn't even look like real snow, does it? There's no snow anywhere else. It's just there. And they do some snow angels, and it's kind of telling her not to go and all that stuff. But, she's not listening. I think at one point she just say, you're my best friend, John. Friend. But anyway. Right. Next day, she wakes up, her alarm goes off, and she's getting up. I don't know what day it's supposed to be on. Is she going to school? I don't know, but she's late anyway because it's 8:30. And this is very Shaun of the Dead scene. Remember the scene in Shaun of the Dead where he goes to the shop? Shaun goes to the shop. Yeah. Do you want me to get you anything? Cornetto. So he goes to the shop, and the first time he goes to the shop, everything's okay, isn't it? You see the people on the way, the fella that's getting married and all that, and the news agent, and the fella wanting some change and all that. And then when he goes again after the zombies are there, they're all the same people, but they're all zombies. That's what's happening here. But she's going to sing a song while she's at it. Look, she's flying. Look.
My feet won't touch the ground.
You see in the background, everybody's getting chased by zombies and stuff. You see there's fires and stuff going off in the background. Zombies. I keep forgetting to mute it. Fella falling out of a window. It's all kicking off. It's a zombie baby, I imagine, unless that baby's been eaten by a zombie. I don't know. Or maybe it's in there. Who knows? But anyway, as I said, it's all kicking off, and she doesn't notice. She's too busy singing her song. Look, you can tell it's on the Clyde. Look, all these cranes and stuff, and there's some sort of fire going on there. Anyway, so zombies going off. John's singing as well, and he doesn't notice any zombie things going on because he's in his own world and all, getting ready to. There's a bit of gore. Look, somebody's ripping somebody's guts out. Zombies, anyway. And then these girls run out, should I say, to get these two, and it's like they're calling over to Anna, saying, Anna, help us with these zombies, because they come running out. Look, she's like, help, and Anna's in her, because she's got her earphones in, you see, she can't hear. Anyway, so they end up in a cemetery. She goes through this tunnel. Some zombies appear after her, but they're not getting him for some reason. Don't know why. He's jogging along, by the way. It's John, because he said you were going to start running to school, so it must be Friday maybe, or I don't know. It's a school day, so they're going to school. But it's Christmas Eve. What school do you go to? I'm sure it's Christmas Eve. I'm going to have to go back because she's got an advent calendar, so it might be Christmas Eve. I'm going to go back. Just bear with me. Before she sets off, she's got an advent calendar. Tell us what the date is. There it is, look. And she comes back in, and there we go. 23rd, right, fair enough. So it's Christmas Eve. So I'm guessing, I don't know. What school? Did you go to school on Christmas Eve? I don't know. But I don't know what day. I don't know what day it is of the week. So maybe it's a Friday. Maybe Christmas Eve is on a Friday. I don't know, but. Usually they stop quite well before Christmas, don't they, do the schools? Anyway, but anywho, where were we? Yes, John said he were gonna wants to get more fit so he can deal with Nick, and he says I'll start running to school. So that's what he's doing there. Look, he's running, jogging along, falls over. She gets followed by some zombies. He falls over. I actually thought he tripped over a zombie or something, but he just falls over and gets back up again. There we go. Anyway, they end up in a spooky cemetery, dancing away, and all that. And then they come across each other. There we go. They've met each other in the cemetery. Pardon me. And then there we go. They come across a snowman. They hear a noise. Oh, excuse me. And they see this snowman. Obviously a zombie in it. She says, "You all right?" And he gets up, and he's obviously a zombie, because she can see he's a zombie. If it's going to bloody... There he is. There you go. He's a zombie. So she hits him with a bag, and they go running off, and there's obviously coming after them. He says, mate, calm down. But she knocks his head off with this seesaw. I don't know if she knew this was going to happen, but this is what happens. Doing. That's it. It is kind of gory for a musical. But John obviously throws up, and she's like, "What's going on?" No signal. He says, "That's not normal, is it?" He says, "They're zombies." He says, "Well, we can't call them zombies," or something along those lines. He says, "Well, what's that? How do you explain that?" And then we look at his head, and he's still, even though his head's off. Anyway. Oh, and he says he never saw his mum this morning, so she didn't see her dad. She looked into her dad's bedroom as she was leaving, it was empty. So they're all at school already. They're not zombies yet, but anyway. So they're going to go to the bowling alley. John's still got his work keys, so they can get into the bowling alley. And they say, "But going through town, it'll be fine." And then they get to town, and see the Christmas tree's on fire. So there they go. Oh, he's eating a banana. She's looking at him. It's potassium. Meanwhile at school, Anna's dad, I'm guessing this is John's mother. I don't think it ever tells us, but I'm guessing it is, because we just talked about them. This is where we're learning that something's up, and they're all basically trapped there. There's an army base next door, and they're being told that there's a thing going on. It's going to be on the TV in a bit. They're going to see it. But they're told they've got to stay there, and the army will come and evacuate them. So he's taking charge. He's Mr. Savage, and telling him to be patient. Their Gran's there. I don't know what she's doing there, but anyway, she's worried about Christopher. But Christopher and Steph, I think they've been holed up all night in the bowling alley. As luck would have it. She's armed with a fire extinguisher. I don't know what he's armed with. Is it a keyboard? I think it's a keyboard off a computer, isn't it? I think. Anyway, here we go. They hear a noise. They hear keys in the door. This is obviously Anna and John arriving. I said, "Who's that? Get ready, go!" But it's obviously Anna and John. So anyway, they said to them, "How did you get in?" And he says, "The back door were unlocked." And John says, "That's the cleaner's job." So obviously the cleaner's still there somewhere. It's kind of reminiscent, let's say, of Shaun of the Dead, of Pete. We don't know what's happened to Pete in Shaun of the Dead, and then we find him, I say, in the toilet, don't we? Although he's in the shower. But similar thing happens here with the cleaner, Mrs. Hinsman. But anyway, so they're all about zombies. They're joking about it. They think it's kind of cool because they're all, nerds. But she's looking on the internet. There we go. Update, latest breaking news and headlines. It's telling you the evacuation is going on. And it's happening all around the world. It's a global event. So, it is the apocalypse, so to speak. He's looking on his phone. Justin Bieber's a zombie. The hashtag evac selfie. So loads of people taking evacuation selfies with zombies. And there's a reference here to Evil Dead, I think, somewhere. I'm sure there is. Somewhere. Maybe not. Have I not seen it? Have I missed it? Oh, no. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. It says here in the trivia, if I can find it. Where is it? Here we go. One of the posts seen in the evac selfie bit was from Ash Campbell, a mashup of Ash Williams and Bruce Campbell from the Evil Dead films. But I didn't blooming see out there. Lawrence Sidwell. Maybe they had to take it off, maybe. I don't know. But have a look. John Rennie. Lyle Kirkman, Jenny Jackson, Grace Burns, Oh, there we go. Ash Campbell down at the bottom. There we go. AKA Groovy Ash. So that's another reference in it because it says groovy. I'm sick of these MFing zombies in this MFing town. Yeah, there he is. Without his boomstick. Anyway, so they're staying there for the time being in the ball pit, and they're talking nerdy stuff. It's Chris and John. I don't know about Justin. No, not Justin Bieber. I can't remember what they're talking about now. Look, zombies outside. What was he talking about now? I don't know who's definitely a zombie. I can't remember who they're talking about. But it might be Robert Downey Jr. There we go. Yes, we've got $1 bazillion in a hot tub right now, surrounded by electric fences and models. And Ryan Gosling is too cool to be a zombie. He says, "What about Taylor Swift?" He says, "No, not Taylor. Don't say anything about Taylor. Tay-Tay's fine." Anyway, they're in the loos. The ladies lose. It's Steph and Anna. And they're saying, is Paris still standing? I doubt it. Paris is usually the first thing to go in a global crisis, isn't it? Anyway, they hear a noise. They actually hear like disgusting poopy noises. I think described in the subtitles on the DVD as diarrhea. I don't know if it'll show it on here. But let's see. But we're hearing horrible noises. Never does it when I play it, you know. Don't do it. Anyway, it's Mrs. Hinsman. There's obviously a zombie pooping on the toilet. So there she is. So she attacks him, and the Steph kills her with the toilet seat lid, whatever, the lid. It just bashes her head in with the toilet lid. It's a strong one, isn't it? Anyway, so poor Mrs. Hinsman's caught for it now. They're good at killing zombies, these kids, aren't they? No messing. But anyway, then suddenly loads of other zombies come bursting through the wall. Just like the thinnest wall ever. So here they come. It's them, isn't it? It's the stag party, whatever, from the previous night. Don't know what's happened to him. But he doesn't look well, does he? They're bowling, and suddenly zombies come in. So we're going to be fighting zombies in the bowling alley. And go destroy the brain like in the movies. There we go. He gets one with a couple of bowling balls. Yay! We won't dwell. Anyway, she ends up fighting this chap. She gets him with a spatula in a minute. She's getting them with the brooms, and they're using tables and stuff. He says, go on 3, and then he goes 3, 2, 1, and she throws it on 3. So he said on 3, you've got to be, you've got to explain yourself better. They should have said 1, 2, 3, shouldn't they? Not 3, 2, 1, but anyway. Right, so she gets that one with a spatula. Doesn't kill him though, so obviously it hasn't gone into his brain. This one's going to get got by the bowling thing in a minute. There you go. He goes into the machine, the thing that comes down and takes away the pins. Gets got by that. I'm guessing it's decapitated him. I'm guessing. And then they get him, just beat him up. There we go. Broom handle through the head. That'll sort him out. She's still dealing with him. But he gets got by Chris, I think. I think it's Chris. Is it Chris that appears? There we go. Whacks him with a bowling pin. Yes, it is. Good old Chris. So we get some shots of what's going on outside. We see the devastation. Look, there's explosions and stuff going on in the distance. There we go. Tyres on fire. And that rhymes because it's a musical. With a body in the foreground. Bloody handprints on the cars. And smoke in the distance, etc. And a bloodied hand. Meanwhile, they're stuck there. We learned that Granny, I think she's resting there, has got a heart condition. I've got a heart condition, so that reminds me of Cockneys versus zombies. I've got a heart condition. But obviously there's no medicine for her there. She's asking Mr. Savage anything we can give Granny, and he's not helpful whatsoever. But anyway, because he's horrible. He's horrible. But he gets his comeuppance. Anyway, they're still stuck there. There we go. More devastation. These flares going off. I don't know what's going off there. But they're waiting for the army to arrive. Are we going to get another song now? Maybe we are. We'll see in a minute. Yes, we are. Getting another song.
Neon haze. Whoa, lost in this machine, and I can't engage.
Got to admit, I could do better with me AI. But anyway. So they're all, worrying about what they're going to have to do to get through the night and all that stuff, what we're going to do, etc. Blah blah blah. I need someone to break on through. La 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 la. What's going to happen? Zombies are outside. Apparently they're hid for the night in the ball pool. So they said, what about the army? He says, well, you should come and look. And they look outside, see for yourself. And see all the army are zombies. There you go. All the army are zombies. So that hasn't helped, has it? Anyway, so they've got to get to Steph's car, which is parked at school. And remember, she hasn't got the keys. They're still with Mr. Savage. So they've got to get to school to get her car, to get out of town. And she's got to go and get her dad. And Chris has got to go and get his gran, and John has got to get his mum. Luckily, they're all in the same place at school for some reason. Don't know why. Because there was the concert the night before. So unless they all work at the school, I've no idea. But they've all gone to the school for some reason. And I don't know why. Maybe there was some news broadcast that these lot didn't see. I don't know, but that said, go to the school and the army will evacuate you from there. Maybe that's what happened. I says, I've got a great idea. There you go, Chris. I've just had the best idea ever, because he's got the ball pool pit. And they use the pool as an escape. Is it going to show it? There we go. This is the stupidest idea ever. It works, though, sort of. They're hoping the zombies don't see him. I don't know how this is going to help, but it does. Anyway, so they stop for a minute, and then a zombie sits on them as they're waiting. A zombie old lady. So they must be going past an old people's home or something, because there's lots of old zombies there who decides to start having a wee as well. There they are. It doesn't look like an old people's home. It's like some industrial estate, doesn't it? With what do they call these? Like coal slag heaps. That's what they call them, isn't it? Anyway, suddenly they hear this commotion and all blood sprays and stuff. This fella arrives with no legs, a zombie with no legs. But then there's commotion. There you go. All blood appears, and it's Nick and his gang taking out the zombies. There you go, and they seem quite happy about it. But we do learn. Even though he's all smiling, he's Nick, he's actually had to kill his dad earlier on in the day because his dad turned, he got bit. But they've dealt with all the army ones, look, and then he's going to deal with the legless zombie there. So anyway, so they're going to go and try and get to school. So they're going to help him and his gang. We're still dickheads. They've been looting as well, by the way, so they've got loads of loo rolls. Meanwhile, I don't know, some girls' gym class arrives for some reason. So they're going to take care of those. They're going to sing a song. That's what they're going to sing. Time for the hero.
The world's a jungle and we're close to extinction. This is my moment and I'll fight with distinction.
This is supposed to be like Eye of the Tiger. I think it is, isn't it? I'll just better make sure we're still going, because I keep pressing play, don't I? Make sure it's okay. And we're not getting into trouble. No, we're fine. We're fine. Right. So they're singing away and dispatching zombies. What have they got? He's got his baseball bat. He's got a pair of melons for some reason. I don't know what good that'll do. I don't know what he's got. He's got is that a crowbar? I think it is, isn't it? Right, so they're going to deal with these. Chris is filming it all on his camera. On his phone, I mean. So they're running away. But there'll be more zombies. They've got to deal with them, which they obviously do. Anyway, they end up in like a shopping village, dealing with him. There they are, so they're all happy. Look, more zombies eating. Oh, it's them penguins, isn't it, from that were dancing? Where are they? I've lost them now. Why am I not on them anymore? There we go. It's them penguins, isn't it, from earlier that were doing that dancing. So they're zombies now. At the school. You'll be naughty. Bloody cat. As soon as I start a show, she starts, doesn't she? So back at the school, surrounded by zombies now. So I think they're wanting to leave. Everybody's wanting to leave. And Mr. Savage is saying, you're not allowed to. And so he's saying he's the headmaster, he's got to stay and take charge. And he starts shouting. He shouts and balls at Tony. There we go. You effing janitor. Because he's losing it. Right, anyway, next time we see the gang, they're heading through this. Apparently, it's an abandoned shopping village. I'll tell you what it's called. Any minute now, when I find it. Freeport Shopping Village, an abandoned thing just outside Livingston in Scotland. So there we go. And I was watching it, I'm thinking, it looks like one of those. It could be a movie set, couldn't it, or something like that, or like part of a amusement park or theme park, one of those sort of places. But apparently, it's a shopping village that's closed down. So they're in there, and again, John's talking about what they're going to do after, and are you ever going to get to go to Australia? And he's nearly saying that he's in love with her, but not quite. And I think she does say her thing here where you're my best friend, or is that later? I can't remember. So she's saying you can't just leave, but John, you're my best friend. There we go. You're my best friend. He goes, friend. Oh dear. So he gets friend zoned here. Anyway, right. So they're going to take a shortcut now through Rudolph's Christmas Tree Emporium. Because it's a shortcut for some reason, so they're going to go through there. But it's all dark, so off they go. Right, she finds a candy cane that is the sturdiest candy cane. It must be like solid wood or something, I don't know, or metal or whatever, but it does her good. Best friend, right there, she'll be on her own. They just pushed her in the trolley away. Right, see you, friend. Anyway, right, so there's Chris filming away with his camera. I think he's using it to check round corners into. But they've got to get their way through the Christmas trees. Obviously, there's going to be zombies hiding in the Christmas trees, and Nick's mates got here. They get zombies jump out and start getting them, and Nick's friends get got. There we go. I think he's looking there. They're his friends. Apparently, sometimes you turn really quickly when you get bit. Sometimes it takes a while. I think it depends. Maybe it depends where you've been bitten. I don't know. Friend zone is a no-go, exactly. Anyway. Chris falls over, has got to get his phone. I think he actually goes back for it. They're heading out, and he goes, my phone. So he goes back for his phone, and Steph comes and grabs hold of him and drags him out. Pardon me. Just before the zombies appear. But they get out, and they're safe for the time being. And she's playing, Steph's playing pop with him. What do you go back for your phone for? And you're basically saying his whole life's on that phone, all his films and his photos of him his mum and his gran and all that. And she says, sorry about Nick's friends. Nick kind of has an arc. He ends up becoming a hero and all that. But I'd have preferred it if it were a different way myself, but never mind. Right, so Ahmad, there was a thing earlier on where they were trying to remember the names of Santa's reindeer. They were counting out at the bowling alley. They were counting out the stag party and calling each one of them one of the reindeers, Dancer and Prancer and all that stuff. And they couldn't remember the names. And one of the names that John said was Oliver. They said, what do you mean, Oliver? And he went, Oliver, what is it? Oliver, other reindeer. Oliver, the other reindeer. Used to laugh and call him names. It's from the song. You had to be there. But there we go. So he suddenly remembers, because I'd remembered the names of the reindeers: Dancer and Prancer, Comic Vixen, Cupid, Prancer, Donner, Blitzen, and Rudolph. And he goes like that. And as he puts his arm out, he goes, yeah, da-da. Uh-oh, he gets bit. There we go. Arr. Gets bit on the hand. So he's gonna... Wingray says, Oliver the Other Reindeer is a book of movie. There you go. I didn't know. I just thought it was a glorious pun that Wingray would have appreciated, but I skipped over it and forgot about it till just now. Anyway, so John's been bit. So he's going to turn now, unfortunately. So they've got to leave him. I'm really sad about this. I wanted Nick to get bit and John to end up with the girl, but that's not going to happen now, is it? So in his last act, he basically saves Anna, because all the zombies are there between, Anna and John and the friends. They're all back there. Look, Steph and Nick and Chris. And he grabs hold of Anna and then backs through them. Look, he grabs hold of her. I've missed it. There we go. He grabs hold of Anna. There we go. And pulls her through. There we go, like that. And throws her down. And then all the zombies descend on him. And poor John gets ripped apart by the zombies. So that's not very nice. So very sad about that. Just says, okay, I'm done with the movie. Guy got friend zoned and bit. I'm out. Yeah, I wasn't happy about that. I wanted him to get bit. But never mind. So poor John, she's lost her best friend. So she takes out some of the zombies. Where are they now? Oh, they get to school now. They get to the school. So as I said, it was a shortcut through there. Oh, as the zombie Santa, who we'll see again later. Anyway, they get to the school and they see Mr. Savage sitting there having his Christmas dinner. And it says they almost left, something like that. You're very, very lucky children because they almost left. So he says, follow me. But obviously he's gone mental as Mr. Savage. And he locks them in this room and with zombies. But they're not the zombies of their parents and stuff like that. They're just random zombies. There they are, eating people. I don't know if John's mother's there. Was that John's mother that we saw being eaten? Let's have a look. It might be actually. Yes, I think that's John's mother, isn't it? Although we don't really see her face, so I think they're leaving it a bit ambiguous. But it kind of looked like her, didn't it? So I think John's mother's been eaten. But Anna's dad and Gran and Lisa, I think they're the main ones that we're looking for now, aren't they? They're okay, well they're not, but they're not there. Anyway, so he's locked him in anyway as Mr. Savage, so they've got to get back out. And he's lost his marbles. He's gonna. Is this? He sings a song now, does Mr. Savage? I just remembered. He sings a song.
Bought the lies they sold me for too long, but now I'm finally free. Nothing's gonna stop me now.
This bit actually reminds me a bit of Shaun of the Dead again, because there's Nothing's Gonna Stop Me Now, and then there's that bit in the Shaun of the Dead with the Queen song, isn't there? Don't Stop Me Now, where they're hitting the zombie with pool cues and stuff. So they're fighting their way through the zombies. But they do get out. They get out through. They get one of those grills open, and get away. There we go. So that's what they do. And right, so they get separated. They're holding that down. Go find your dad, and we'll meet outside. She's got to go to Savage's office to get the car keys. So off they go. Chris is going there. Well, Chris is staying with Steph. But right, so I think they separate. I think they split up. Do they split up now? I can't remember. But they found Lisa. I thought, she's going to be a zombie. But it turns out she's not. But Gran has passed away. But she's not a zombie. She's there. Her heart give up. So Chris is all sad, obviously, and I did get a little bit, lip quivery. So poor Gran, but at least he's not a zombie. So, but Lisa's okay. They're going to have a big row about. They had this one night stand and all that stuff, but he blurts out about John. She's upset because John died, using that epithet. So she shouts at him and all that. But I thought we were going to have a heroic arc, which he kind of had been doing, and then he opened his big fat gob, didn't he? Should have been him that died and not John. But anyway, that's where we learned that he had to kill his dad earlier in the day. So he's got his own problems, I suppose. But anyway, some more zombies arrive. So he says to her, "Go and find your dad, and I'll hold them back." So they go following him, and she goes to find her dad. Right, so these three Savage's offices on the other side where them zombies are. So she's got to sneak through. She's been really quiet, and she manages it because all the zombies are all transfixed with the tinsel and lights and stuff. So she manages to sneak past him into Savage's office and goes through his confiscation bin, cage, whatever you want to call it. So she's finding stuff in there. Like a chisel and other stuff. Some sort of spray and other stuff. Pardon me. A bottle of looks like vodka, doesn't it? Yes, Imperial vodka, I think it says. And then that. Less said about that, the better. Anyway, the zombies have lost interest in the tinsel now, and they're heading towards Savage's office. So they've got to try and attract their attention, but they're not taking the bait. She's waiting to go out. So they turn on the TV. Actually, I think he's connected his phone, probably Bluetooth or whatever, to the TV, and then he was playing his videos on the TV, and that gets the zombies' attention. So they say, crawl out while they're while they're looking at that. So, but then Chris gets bitten. For God's sake. Because the TV went off, so he gets bitten, and then Lisa gets bitten as well. So they're trapped there. She got bitten on the neck, he got bitten on the arm. So they say to Steph, go and we'll keep them occupied here. So they're done for. So they have an embrace, and it's all very sad. Everybody's dropping dead in this or becoming zombies. Anyway, so off Steph goes to find Anna and Nick. Right, so Anna finds her dad with loads of zombies in the auditorium, whatever you want to call it. Her dad's tied up really badly. Savage is there. Somehow Savage has captured him. I don't really know how. Because we've seen a bit, they do start fighting, and he's miles bigger than Savage, but I don't know what's going on. So he's lost his marbles as Savage. But they're singing another song.
And everyone must play their part.
So another song going on. There we go. Look, he's tied up in Christmas lights or something. Can't you just break out? He's a big fella. You just beat him up. which he does in a bit. But anyway, so they're going to sing a song, and she's going to kill some more zombies as she's singing and all that stuff. Because she's got to get all the way over there to him. He's singing as well.
I once was blind and I have never felt so much bliss.
So he's loving it. He's loving it. Because he's gone mental. Anyway, she gets there. She gets there in the end. Because she does a run through all the zombies and jumps over there and frees her dad. Let's say it doesn't look to be tied up particularly tightly. You wouldn't think that'd be very strong, would you? But I don't know. But so he has a fight with him now. There we go. He has a fight with Mr. Savage. But there we go. It's not over. So they're going to carry on fighting, and he backs him up to where the zombies are down here. And unbeknownst to us, Tony gets bitten on his calf. Down there, but anyway, they're fighting away, and there we go. And remember, she says, "Dad, look out! Remember the star from earlier, Chekhov's star." She undoes that, and the star comes and knocks him into the zombies. He stage dives into the mosh pit, zombie mosh pit. This is where he gets ripped apart, but he's all laughing because he's crackers. There we go. They're ripping him apart. Bit like in Shaun of the Dead, with him that gets pulled through the window of the pub. Bit like that. As I said, a lot of Shaun of the Dead references in this. But anyway, so he said, "Come on, Dad, we've got to get out of here." And then we see that he's been bitten. He shows her. We're going to show it. Hang on, where are we? There we go. He's been bitten on his leg, on his calf. So he says, "Oh, no, no, oh, for God's sake." So he says, "You go. And I've always been proud of you." And I'm all like, "Ah," because stuff like that always gets me. So, go and live your life and do your thing. And Nick's arrived, so he's okay. And so they go out and they meet with Steph, who's outside. Any minute now, I think she drives up. I think zombies are coming. This is it. We're gonna die. Oh, they've got to sing a song before then, don't they?
Oh, it's such a different place. All of my dreams are gone without a trace.
Oh, sorry, don't pressing the wrong buttons. Anyway, so they're waiting to all the zombies to descend. Oh, then we get a view of Zombie Lisa and Zombie Chris just stumbling about now. Don't care about each other now because they're zombies. But is that? Oh, there's John. Has he become a zombie now? Looks like it. Yes, he has. But his Christmas jumper's going off. Anyway. So, come on, Steph, in your car. Where are you? It starts snowing again. Here she is. She's arrived in her car. And they jump in and drive off. Off they go. Away. And out of town. So where are we going to go? Oh, but they're going to have their Hollywood ending. And off they go. Out of town. I don't even know what the town's called. Does it say there? Is it Little Haven, I think it's called. Sorry to see you go. But off they go. Oh, and then a CG banner flutters, say Merry Christmas. There you go, Merry Christmas. But it reveals Christmas, Zombie Santa. And then the film ends. I liked it. Justin didn't like it. He's just said, "Don't like this movie, sorry." I liked it, but I didn't like John that John got. I wanted Nick to get got. I wanted to be a happy ending. But the what? Anna got away and Steph. But I didn't want Nick to get away because he was an idiot. But he had his heroic arc. He kept helping, and he drew the zombies away so she could get to her dad, which didn't help anyway because he got bit. But never mind. But yeah, I thought it was quite good. We just get animated, and there's nothing else happens. Just animated credits. Which is fine. It's a nice little film. I don't know what the budget was, but yeah, It were okay, but Justin didn't like it. I thought it were pretty good. I did quite enjoy it. It surprised me because I said it's not my film, it's my son's. But I thought, oh, it's set at Christmas, so it'll do for a Christmas thing. So there we go. So I did quite enjoy it, I must admit. It were better than I thought. I were pleasantly surprised. The film is better than my review. Let's put it that way. I think it. Oh, excuse me. I think it is on Amazon. Let's have a look. I think it's in me. Is it here? Are we? Well, rent or buy on Amazon US, rent or buy on Amazon UK, and it's on YouTube as well. And where else can you watch it? Let's have a look. See, shall we? Where else it can be watched? It's on Apple TV as well to rent in the UK and on Sky Star and Rakuten TV. You can watch it free with ads apparently on Rakuten TV. But anyway, whatever. That's a Netflix. No, it didn't. Never mind. That's in the UK though. Don't know about the US, but it is worth a look. It says not a big zombie guy. Haha, glad you like it. Yes, I did like it actually. I thought it were better than I expected. I was pleasantly surprised. I was expecting, kids singing and all that. I thought it's going to be, not my cup of tea. I thought I'm going to be too old for it, but I thought we're okay. That's it. We're very Shaun of the Dead. Apparently they were also influenced by, the Buffy musical episode, Once More with Feeling. There's a bit of that in it, isn't there, as well? The style of the songs, they were very musical theatre songs, weren't they? But as I said earlier, I think maybe I could do just as well with the AI songs. But anyway, that's just me. Thank you, Justin. $2 super sticker. Now then, what is the sticker? Let's have a look. Oh, is it a cat? We've seen this before. Is it a cat or one of them Japanese dogs? I don't know, but it's smiling. Thank you, Justin. That's hugely appreciated. It is. But make sure we're still going. Your stream is healthy. Because I never know when you play music. I always think we're going to get a drubbing. Why? Does Rakuten have a streaming service now? I have no idea. I don't even know what it is. I have no idea what it is. I don't know. That were in the UK. Have I still got my thing? Check the US one. I think my cat wants to go out. She's making lots of noise in the kitchen. Over by the back door. Just bear with me. What you up to in there? Have you opened that door? Is that thing walked on? You have that open? Couldn't open the door. She's opening the door, Tabby. My cat's a raptor. She can open doors, but the security thing were on, so it would just open a little bit. Where were we? Right, US. Just watch US. Apple TV. Shudder. It's on Shudder. AMC Plus and Prime and the Roku channel. Fandango. And that's about it. Right, fair enough. So that's what's... links are in the description for all that stuff. But... Justice says, sorry for being a downer. You're not a downer, mate. You're not a downer. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But it is. I think it is worth a look. I do. Widger says, an app for saving money when you buy things. Oh, right. I didn't know that. Certain things get Justin's goat, and this film is one of them, apparently. But I liked it, so there. But we'll leave it there. So what's coming up next? So go... if you're interested, if you like musicals, give it a go. If you like zombies and you like musicals, give it... I like both of those things, so it went up my alley. But I didn't think it would be. But it was. I enjoyed it. Right, what's coming up next? What day are we on? Friday. Sunday, fingers crossed, I'm doing a drawing sketch, a live sketch time for members only. That'll be on Sunday. on Monday. Oh, excuse me. Monday, Magnificent Mondays next week. It's Santa Claus the movie. And the Monday after, It's a Wonderful Life. On next Thursday, on New Year's Day, it's the New Year's Day James Bond film, which will be You Only Live Twice, from 1967, the year I was born. And what else have we got coming up? And next Friday's appointment with Fear is Christmas Bloody Christmas, which I know nothing about. It's on Amazon, regular. I don't have to pay for it. I hope not. Anyway, it's on Amazon, so I've not seen that. So that's another one. But that's next Friday. Right, we'll leave it there. We will leave it there. So, over and done with quickly, because I'm not singing songs. We've got all the zombies to kill, etc. Right, so thanks Justin and Win Grace. Did anybody else pop in? I don't think they did they? I think we just had Justin. Everybody else is off having a lovely Christmas. I'll just check on Rumble. No, nobody's said anything on Rumble. Not even a stream boo over on Twitch. Never mind. So we'll leave it there. So thanks for watching, wherever you are. Have a lovely rest of your Christmas, and have a happy New Year if I don't see you till after that. Justy says, everyone have a great night. Merry Christmas. Yes, Merry Christmas to you, mate. Wingray says, I'm in the US. Yes, I know. So, you have a happy rest of your Boxing Day. Not that you celebrate it. Christmas is over. Age is back to work today. Alright, okie dokie. Okie dokie. Oh, over and is back to work today. Right. And KFC is open today because I had to go for my son. He wanted KFC for his tea. I don't think they were open yesterday, but they were open today, so I had to go for his KFC. I had your typical Boxing Day tea, which were leftover turkey, a pork pie, slice of pork pie, pickled beetroot, pickled onions, a lump of Wensleydale cheese. What else did I have? I had something else as well, and I can't remember what. There was something else on my plate, and I can't remember what it was. Or was that it? Can't remember. And I had some trifle for after. Christmas is till New Year. Work today, though. Yes, the Christmas season, yes. In Asia, KFC is a Christmas tradition. Yes, in Japan. Yes, it is. They open on Christmas Day, apparently, don't they, in Japan? And it's become a Christmas tradition because I don't know if you're an American or a Japanese entrepreneur or KFC franchise owner or something, made up, did like his ad campaign that you should eat KFC at Christmas because it's a Western tradition. And all the Japanese love it now. This was back in the 70s. And it became a Japanese thing, didn't it? Bless them. Bless them. But anyway, right. So we'll leave it there. We will leave it there. So thanks for watching all over the world and the universe or whatever. And look after each other. Don't have nightmares. Have a very merry rest of the day after Christmas. And until next time. Hang on, I've got to get my thing ready. Where are we? I forgot I've lost it. Oh, it's there. And until next time, I'll say the...